So if you watch more than, my get bored and fuck off to sound clips videos, you've actually sat through my videos about history. And if you have, fucking bravo. I am a disorganized fucking mess. I really am. It takes me multiple different tries to do this, to do almost really each one. Shit, this is my like fifth attempt. And it's because one, Miral decided she needed to be a huge attention whore. And then another one, I started, and then Winston decided to be something stupid. And also, I keep going off on tangents. Anyways, I get a lot of comments too, based on length, but it's usually some, dipshit white American male who honestly just wants to come and talk down on me. A lot of them do. I do get a lot of comments, especially when they say that they can't take me seriously because of how I look, or that I'm too old to be goth, which is. I did do a video on that. I think it's fucking hilarious. But when I do videos on history, I know what I'm talking about. And I verify things before I even grab my phone to turn the camera on. Especially when it comes to World War II. When it comes to even the Tudors, the Titanic. Shit. I went to a Titanic exhibition last week. I posted a couple of like videos that I took, containing videos and photos that I took. I saw so much more. My phone actually ended up dying about like 7/8 of the way through. I'm gonna have to go again just so I can get that last eighth. Or just because I want to go again. But when it comes to Titanic, like that exhibition is put on by a company called RMS Titanic Inc. And they are actually the salvor in possession of the Titanic wreck. In fact, they are the only ones who are allowed to bring up anything from the wreck. And they are an amazing company. I already did a video on this because Lauren the Mortician pissed me off with something she said about them. It was like last week-ish, so it's not too far back. But because of the fact that they are basically in charge of the wreck and all of the artifacts that come up, I definitely take a lot of information from them. I take a lot of information from Ocean Liner Designs, because Mike works a lot with them and with Magellan, which is a survey firm that recently did some amazing 3D scans of the Titanic wreck site. They're fucking amazing. Oh my god, look them up. And both of them work hand in hand with a group called Titanic Honor and Glory. They've been working on basically like a full-scale, very interactive, very... Holy shit. The things I can say about Titanic Honor and Glory would take forever. I actually did post a video over the weekend of a video of theirs that was included in the RMS Titanic Inc. Exhibition that I went to. Like they're fucking amazing. They really are. They're constantly researching in order to make their work better. So like stuff like that, I look into verified researchers and experts into subjects, not just on Titanic, but on the Tudors, on World War II, on literally any subject that I talk about. I verify information that I already know or that I heard somewhere else with legitimate sources. So I love when fragile white men like to come on here and say that they can't take anything I say seriously because what? I'm a middle-aged goth? Because I got my septum pierced? Because my lip is pierced? Like, you have no constructive argument but to come on here and insult how I look. Which I think is absolutely hilarious coming from the group of people that, you know, make these comments about me. But just know that I have actually had World War II experts tell me that my knowledge is on par with theirs. And I do not say anything in one of these videos unless I know it's true. I go through and I make sure that everything that I say in any of my history videos can be corroborated by historical fact. Unfortunately, the types that like to come onto my videos don't really care about facts these days. Welcome to modern America. I fucking hate this timeline. But to the normal people, I honestly, I don't say something unless I know what I'm talking about. And generally, I do. Most of the time, I do know what I am talking about when I'm making a video based on history, even based on religion. Because, you know, I'm not a fucking idiot. I love research. I love history. And honestly, I love sharing the knowledge that I have with other people. Because, honestly, the world is not anywhere near smart enough right now. Especially Americans. So, and if you ever watch one of my videos and you legitimately think that something is not quite right, please let me know in the comments. I don't want to actually be wrong. And, like, legitimately wrong, not just, you know, you think I'm wrong because of how I look. Or the fact that I am not overly fond of a certain political movement at the moment. And so, yes, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, is that, you know, people like to come on here and say that, you know, they think that I'm not smart because of how I dress. But the truth is, I actually am. I'm very smart. I am smarter than most of the people who like to come on here and insult me. Considerably smarter than most of them. Generally all of them, probably. This particular political movement doesn't seem to value education or, you know, smart people. But no, I double check things before I make videos on history, and I always welcome any new or conflicting facts, as long as, you know, you're respectful about it and you're not just being a dick about it because I don't look or believe like you. So I hope if you actually are sitting through my videos on history that you're enjoying them. And I mean, I don't make them for likes anyways. I like them because I just love sharing the knowledge. And hopefully somebody sees them and learns something and maybe, you know, looks more into it on their own time.